Quadrilaterals. Types of quadrilateral: trapezoid, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square, kite. Angle. Some property of quadrilateral, parallelogram and its properties. Some theorems related to quadrilaterals. Quadrilateral. Quadric means 4 and quadrilateral means a figure of 4 sides. A quadrilateral is a plane closed figure bounded by 4 line segments. AB, BC, CD and DA are 4 sides of quadrilateral ABCD. Types of quadrilateral: trapezium. If one pair of opposite sides of quadrilateral is parallel, it is trapezium. Parallelogram. If opposite sides of quadrilateral are parallel and are of same length, is called parallelogram. Rectangle. If all angles of parallelogram are of 90 degree, it is rectangle. Rhombus. A parallelogram of all sides equal is called rhombus. Square. A right-angled parallelogram of all sides equal is called square. Kite. A quadrilateral which has 2 pairs of adjacent sides of equal length is called kite. Angle. Some property of quadrilateral. The sum of measures of all angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. ABCD is a quadrilateral and AC is its diagonal which divides ABCD into 2 triangles, triangle ABC and triangle ADC. We know the sum of angles of triangle is 180 degrees. Therefore, we get angle BAC plus angle ABC plus angle BCA is equal to 180 degrees. And angle DAC plus angle ADC plus angle DCA is equal to 180 degrees. If we add equation 1 and 2, we get sum of all angles 360 degree. But we can see in figure that angle BAC plus angle DAC is equal to angle BAD and angle BCA plus angle DCA is equal to angle BCD. Therefore, from 3, 4 and 5 we get angle BAD plus angle ABC plus angle BCD plus angle ADC is equal to 360 degree. Hence, we get the sum of measures of all angles of quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. Parallelogram. Parallelogram is a special type of quadrilateral. It has parallel and equal opposite sides and equal opposites angles. Properties of parallelogram. A diagonal of parallelogram divides it into 2 congruent triangles. AC is a diagonal of parallelogram ABCD. It divides parallelogram ABCD in 2 triangles, triangle ADC and triangle ABC. These 2 triangles are congruent because these 2 pairs of sides are opposite sides of parallelogram and side AC is diagonal of parallelogram. Hence, by side test triangle, ADC and triangle ABC are congruent. Properties of parallelogram. In the parallelogram, the opposite angles are congruent. Let us take a parallelogram PQRS. Here, side PS parallel to side QR and we can assume that segment SQ is a transversal. Therefore, angle PSQ and angle RQS are congruent alternate angles. Now consider parallel sides PQ and SR, and segment SQ is a transversal. Same way, angle PQS and angle RSQ are also congruent. In triangle PQS and triangle RSQ, we have two congruent pairs of angles and congruent pair of sides. Therefore, by ASA test, triangle PQS and triangle RSQ are congruent. And hence, by correspondence angle of congruent triangle, angle SPQ is congruent to angle QRS. Similar way, by drawing diagonal PR, we can prove angle PSR is congruent to angle RQP. A quadrilateral is a parallelogram. If a pair of opposite sides is parallel and congruent, now we have given quadrilateral LMNK and its two opposite sides LM and NK are parallel and congruent. We have to prove that quadrilateral LMNK is a parallelogram. To prove, draw diagonal MK. Now, MK is a transversal for parallel sides LM and NK. Therefore, alternate angles, angle LMK and angle NKM, are congruent. Now in triangle KLM and triangle MNK, we have two pairs of congruent sides and a pair of congruent angles. Therefore, by SAS test, triangle KLM and triangle MNK are congruent triangles. Hence, by correspondence angle of congruent triangles, angle LKM and angle NMK are also congruent. These both congruent angles are alternate angles made transversal MK with sides LK and MN. Hence, side LK parallel to side MN and side LM and side NK are parallel too. Therefore, quadrilateral LMNK is a parallelogram. Rectangle. Rectangle is also a kind of parallelogram having all its angles of measure 90 degree or say right angles. Diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. As we have seen many proofs before, the proof of this theorem is also in the same way. In rectangle ABCD, we get two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DCB, due to diagonals AC and BD. These two triangles are congruent by SAS test, and hence, by corresponding sides of congruent triangles, diagonals AC and BD are also congruent. Rhombus. A quadrilateral having all sides congruent is called a rhombus. Every rhombus is a parallelogram. Square. A quadrilateral is called a square if all sides and angles are congruent. All angles of square are of measure 90 degree. Every square is also a rhombus. Trapezium. A quadrilateral is said to be a trapezium if only one pair of opposite sides is parallel. Properties of trapezium. In the trapezium, line segment joining midpoints of non-parallel sides is 1. Parallel to its parallel sides, and 2. Half the sum of the lengths of its parallel sides. Isosceles trapezium. It is a trapezium in which non-parallel sides are congruent. Kite. Kite is a type of quadrilateral which has two pairs of congruent adjacent sides. In figure, quadrilateral ABCD is a kite. Here, segment AB is congruent to segment AD and segment CB is congruent to segment CD. Diagonal AC is a perpendicular bisector of diagonal BD. Summary. In this chapter, student, you have studied the following points. 1. Sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. 2. We have seen types of quadrilaterals: trapezium, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square, kite, etc. 3. A diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. 4. In a parallelogram, 1. Opposite sides are equal. 2. Opposite angles are equal. 3. Diagonals bisect each other. 5. A quadrilateral is a parallelogram if 1. Opposite sides are equal, or 2. Opposite angle are equal, or 3rd. Diagonals bisect each other, or 4th. A pair of opposite sides is equal and parallel. So that's all about in this subtopic, student. Our next topic is theorems and proofs related to quadrilateral. Till then, bye-bye.